looks like we're gonna have a lot of raspberries this year. There are small raspberries on all of these bushes. We just got some new blueberry bushes, so we'll be putting those in the ground as well in the hopes of having some blueberries on our new blueberry trees in a couple years. Looks like we have some repairs to do. It looks like the top door just came off the hinge in a few spots. So no big deal, we'll get that fixed today. That's life on the farm though. There's going to be things that need to be repaired. The best part though is when I see the things that need to be done, I've learned the skills over the years of farming that it's just a new challenge. How am I going to repair it? And I know I have the skills now to be able to do so, which is really great for confidence building because you learn so much when you're farming and you build the set of skills, you learn to use power tools, things needing to be replaced. It's all part of farm life and you get really good at it the longer that you do it. Throwing a couple new screws in that half door to get it back on the hinge. No big deal. I've got this. A fun part about farming is expansion when you're building new things. Like I've been working on building an expansion to the chicken run, so that's been really exciting to plan it out, get the supplies, and kind of trial and error trying to figure out how it's all going to come together. And then the beauty of when it finally does, which we're almost there. We got a little bit more work to do and then we'll be letting the chickens try it out. I'm hoping to have a video for you next week of their reaction to their new expansion. We're still working on it, so I haven't gotten it fully closed off yet or made a gate to get it, but I'll get there. I have been having fun though, making fun things inside of the new chicken run expansion project. Like this salad bar right here that I made out of a pallet. So inside of this new run, it's lush and green and a bit overgrown, and I know the chickens are gonna go crazy eating everything, and before you know it, it's gonna look pretty barren. Because they like to eat every last bit of greenery. So in preparation for that, I did put down 3 pallets and I put chicken wire over it in the hopes of keeping them from pulling the grass out by the roots, and I'm hoping that that's going to stop them from completely taking all the grass out and they can just eat the tops that grow through the chicken wire. That's my hope anyways. We'll see if it works. The garden's really coming along. Look at all these beautiful flowers that are flowering from the zucchini and the cucumbers. I was so excited when I came out this morning and saw the beautiful golden flowers. They're so pretty.
There's a little golden one that's just growing.
Did you see it?
Yes. Come over here, I'll show you. When I come down here, I saw it. When I come to jump on.
The second compost pile is almost ready. It's coming along really good and it's still hot. Look at all these beautiful potatoes that are popping up.
Yeah, they're so beautiful.
All these beautiful potato plants.
And we can't wait for them to turn potatoes.
The guard dogs guarding the garden. You keeping the rabbits out? Our pumpkin patch is coming along. Our seeds have germinated and these look like nice healthy pumpkin plant starts. This past week we finally got our container garden all set up on our back porch, and we got our seeds planted and we got our starts planted as well. I'm loving the flowers that we planted out here. It's just wonderful to walk out onto the back porch and see all of this food growing and these beautiful flowers. It's just very picturesque and beautiful to look at, and will give us quite a bit of food. We planted a lot of different lettuces. We've got spinach and kale, lots of vegetables, radishes and beets, dinosaur kale, and peas. We've got a new lemon tree here on the porch, as well as some strawberry plants. So we should have a good array of different fruits and vegetables here on the porch to supplement the large garden that we have in the backyard, along with the pumpkin patch, which the pumpkin patch is actually a mix. It's got the pumpkin seeds that we're growing. I noticed that there's a squash vine growing in there, as well as a zucchini plant. So we may have mixed our seeds a little bit when the kids and I were putting the seeds in the pots and they got labeled as pumpkins, and it's actually looking like zucchini and a squash vine that we planted over there. But that's okay, because they'll just take over that whole area and sprawl out, and we'll just eat whatever edible vegetables come out of there. Doing this container garden, as well as working in our garden and keeping on top of the fruit tree orchard to make sure that we are keeping on top of pests, because we did see ants moving in on our tree. So we made a video about what we do to keep the ants at bay, and we're just starting to see some Japanese beetles, so we are starting the fight against those pests with our fruit tree orchard. And of course, we've continued to work on the chicken expansion project. They are just dying to get into their expanded run, so we're working as quickly as we can while keeping up with our garden, our new garden, and our broody hen, who should be hatching some chicks in about 7 days. It's going very quickly. And our incubator should also be hatching in about 7 days. So we should have quite a few chicks here on the farm in about a week. My broody hen, I brought you a snack. Sardines, strawberries, blueberries, some salad. I know you love blueberries. They're your favorite. Oh my goodness, ladies. You all coming in? How about some sardine protein? Haha, T-Bone wants some of that. Our little chicks that we are raising, they are getting so big. They are... Are you ladies watching over the baby chicks? Hello, my little baby chicks. Hello. Do you see that little rooster? How cute is he? Look at you babies developing some red in your combs. And your fluffy little tails. Oh, you are the rooster. Look at you. They are growing so fast, and they're going through a lot of feed. I was just looking at the feed prices to see, because it seemed like the prices were going up, and unfortunately they are. In 2020, I looked back and I saw that I was paying $15.99 for a 50-pound bag of chicken feed, the layer pellets that we use. And then last year they went up to $16.99, which, you know, $1, okay. But this year we're paying $18.99 for the same 50-pound bag of layer pellets. $3 more than what we were paying in 2020, so that adds up quick. With the cost of chicken feed going up, I can completely understand why chicken and eggs are increasing in price at the grocery store, and I'm planning to just keep stocking up on chicken feed so that I can keep up with the demand here on the farm while also having extra just in case there becomes a supply and demand problem. The other thing I noticed when I was looking back is the cost of hay. So the cost of hay for a bale, which the hay I use for the goats, last year I was paying $9.49 for a bale of hay. But this year I just went to place my hay order for the goats for the summer, and the bales are $15.99. Ouch. That's quite the increase. But they need their hay. This is turning out to be a pretty expensive year. Not sure where things are going to lead with inflation, but it's definitely something that I'm researching, and I want to be as prepared as possible so that I can make sure that I can continue to afford to feed my chickens and goats and family. So we're going to do as much as we can on our small homestead, and I hope you're doing the same. The majority of the money that this farm makes from selling baby chicks and roosters and pullets honestly going to be put towards what we need on this farm for feed for the animals. Feed is the top priority right now, just making sure that we have the food that they need. We're very fortunate that in summertime the goats eat a lot more weeds and grass, and then I find they don't eat as much hay, which is great, and we're able to supplement some snacks for the goats and chickens from what we grow in the garden. So I've definitely planted more this year just so I'll be able to cut down on some feed costs just by adding in some homegrown snacks for the goats and chickens. Every bit helps. So I am ready for the garden to just explode with greens, and for the container garden for the seeds to really take off, and we can start harvesting. I've already started harvesting lettuce and been making salads from the small greens that we're growing here on the back deck, so that's been really nice. What a delicious salad you can make from homegrown lettuce. Doesn't get any fresher than that when you just come out on your back porch with a pair of scissors and just snip some lettuce into a colander and rinse it off and put it on a plate and make a delicious salad. Oh, and the fruit trees are getting bigger and bigger, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to be able to eat some apples and pears and peaches right off the tree. If you haven't started your farm yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on. And for those of you that have started your farm, great job! Keep up the good work.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to farm? A wicked awesome farm. Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show you. Yeah, welcome to our show. Whoa. Just one